Once upon a time, there was a Pied Piper. He was called a Pied Piper for two very good reasons. One, he smoked a pipe, and two, by some strange method known only to him, he was able to blow pies out of it. Hence the name, Pied Piper. One day, as he was sitting beside the road, whiling away the hours, blowing banana cream pies, a merchant from the city happened along.
Say, that's very interesting, what you're doing there.
The Pied Piper just grinned at the merchant and started blowing blackberry pies.
It's mighty, mighty clever. Have you ever thought of going into the pie business, my boy?
The Piper didn't answer. He merely switched to mince pies.
With this kid's talent, I have the feeling that I could make a fortune.
So saying, the merchant took the Piper by the hand and led him to the city, leaving a trail of pumpkin, apple, and other assorted pies behind. Now, offhand, one would think that this was the start of a beautiful success story, but such was hardly the case. For the merchant opened a little pie shop, and for his very first customer, a nearsighted little fellow walked in and said,
"A packet of Latakia, please."
Latakia? What's that?
It's tobacco.
But we don't sell tobacco here. We sell pies.
And to illustrate, the merchant had the Pied Piper pipe up a rhubarb pie. Not wishing to smoke a rhubarb pie, the customer departed. This conversation seemed to have a strange effect on the Piper. He stood on his head for 24 hours and refused to eat. 1 week later, another customer entered the store.
"I would like a peach pie, please."
Joyfully, the merchant turned to the Piper and instructed him to bake. But unfortunately, instead of a pie, a leaf of tobacco came out of the pipe.
What's the matter with you? You were supposed to pipe up a peach pie, not a tobacco leaf.
Perhaps I'd best be going.
You stay here. Now, try again.
The Piper smiled and puffed away, and out came a pie, but it was a pie filled with tobacco leaves.
Who ever heard of a tobacco pie?
Well, it's the latest thing, sir. You can eat dessert and smoke at the same time.
But the customer wanted no part of such a silly thing as that and departed with haste. At that moment, the king, who was quite a gourmet and known for his love of rare, strange foods, was passing the shop and...
My, what is that I smell? Why, it's this pie. What kind is it?
A tobacco leaf.
Tobacco leaf pie? Latakia, isn't it?
Must be.
I am pleased. I hereby dub thee my royal bakers. Tomorrow you will move into the castle and each day bake a tobacco leaf pie for me.
Bright and early the next morning, they arrived at the castle, and before long were called upon to bake their first pie.
I have just finished my breakfast, and now to top it off, I should like my tobacco leaf pie.
In a jiffy, the Pied Piper piped up a tobacco leaf pie.
Say, that smells like genuine Latakia again.
Oh, yes, sire. Bite?
By all means.
The king promptly took a huge bite, rolled it around in his mouth, swallowed, and with a poof, disappeared into thin air.
Why, His Highness has disappeared.
Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid he was going to get sick.
Now the aroma of the tobacco leaf pie proved to be most irresistible, and the queen insisted upon a taste.
But, Your Grace, the king just took one bite and disappeared. You...
Oh, that's silly. How could one bite of this delicious-smelling pie make one...
Good heavens. Now look what you and your tobacco leaf pies have done. We're responsible for the disappearance of the king and queen.
They decided that it would be best to flee before what they had done could be discovered. And so they headed back to the bakery, and a most important decision was made by the merchant.
Now look, no more of those tobacco leaf pies. You see?
This had a rather strange effect on the Pied Piper, for he proceeded to pipe up tobacco leaf pies by the hundreds. Within the hour, the aroma of these pies had crept into every corner of the kingdom.
How wonderful!
Latakia.
Thousands of people stormed the bakery, and the tobacco leaf pies by the score disappeared, and so did the people, until at last all that remained was the merchant, the piper, and one tobacco leaf pie.
I get it now. This has all been a mad scheme of yours to rid the kingdom of people, and I'm the only people left. Well, I'm not afraid to go. Do you hear? I'm not afraid. Give me that pie. Say, this is good.
The piper couldn't believe his eyes. The merchant actually took a bite of the pie and didn't disappear. Fearing that something had gone wrong with his recipe, the piper took a bite of the pie himself and promptly disappeared. But yes, the recipe was all there.
Which is more than could be said for the piper. Yuck, yuck.
But I don't understand. Everybody in the kingdom disappeared when they took a bite of that strange pie. Why didn't you?
Are you kidding? I don't believe in all those fairy tale hocus pocuses, witches, evil spells, sleeping beauties, magic pies. Bah! It's all a lot of...